turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for. Thank you.
IPOB exposes those forcefully collecting money from churches and causing mayhem and anxiety in Enugu and East Metropolis, that is Enugu State. The indigenous people of Biafra has said fake operatives of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, are responsible for the threats the churches are receiving that they must part with 50 million, 100 million naira, or else their churches will burn down. Or else their churches will burn down. So there are people who are threatening churches in Enugu State, particularly Enugu Ezike. Yes. So they are threatening people in Enugu Ezike, around Enugu Ezike metropolis. You see, that they must part with money. Churches, clergymen, and so people are falling for it, thinking that they're ESN. IPOB is making it abundantly clear now. Those people are not ESN. They say they have a recruitment camp in Enugu Ezike. That's where they recruit people. IPOB is saying these people are not ESN because ESN is not recruiting at the moment. For the avoidance of doubt, ESN recruited lastly 2 years ago. 2 years ago. That was the last time ESN recruited. So anybody saying ESN recruited him of late, that person is working, for it's a criminal. He's a criminal. So, and he has ulterior motives. You see that people are being deceived because from all indications, from what Imam Powerful said, these people are people who were displaced from Imo and Anambra states, criminal gangs, and they're now located to Enugu. So they're recruiting people, and those people may not know that they're not ESN. You see, they're being lured that, it's ESN, whereas these people are criminals. So if you are in that, you will get yourself, in trouble because Nigerian authorities, the military, will get rid of you because you are not working for ESN. You are working for criminal gangs. You are a criminal for joining such a gang. So Imam Powerful made a statement to clarify issues. In that, let me read partly of what he said. I quote, "We, the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, ably led by the great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wish to reiterate once again to the general public, especially the people of Enugu Ezike, that those in their community and other parts terrorizing them are not IPOB volunteers or ESN operatives. The Eastern Security Network, ESN, stopped recruiting personnel since 2 years ago. Therefore, anybody deceiving and parading himself or herself has joined the ESN recently is working with infiltrators and will die in the hands of the Nigerian government and its security agencies. ESN operatives under IPOB DOS knew from the time immemorial that Nigeria government and its security agencies are our enemies, and we have mastered strategies of handling these enemies. We discovered that those responsible for the recent insecurities going on in Enugu, Ezike, and other communities are hoodlums that were recruited by autopiloters who were driven out of Anambra and Imo states. These hoodlums found their way to Enugu Ezike through the arrangement called Chocho and Ejofo. These gangs relocated to Enugu to continue their criminalities in these villages, though they deceitfully recruited some of the bad gangs of those communities who thought they were joining ESN. But what they don't know is that IPOB is not an organization for criminals, and we have never recruited criminals into ESN. But these criminals has ended up using the same youths for criminalities instead of fighting insecurities and Fulani bandits masquerading as herdsmen and terrorizing that Agribeje, bush and forest which has a border with Akpanya community in Kogi state, which IPOB-ESN is protecting. They have recruited lots of criminals terrorizing their own people, innocent citizens and residents of the area by snatching of cars, bikes, kidnapping for ransom, and calling some notable clergymen on phone such as pastors and reverend fathers, threatening them to pay some amount of cash to them, ranging from 50 million naira to 100 million, or risk their church auditorium burnt to ashes. Some of these clergymen, out of fear, are complying and paying money to these criminals. Unquote. You see, this is the statement of Imam Powerful. This is the statement Imam Powerful made concerning this. Because the police said, oh, ESN has camp in Enugu, this and that. These things are rules. Go and investigate for once, police, please. We are giving you this advice, the army and the police. Can you do your investigation for once and ascertain the authenticity of the report you are dishing out to the public? Don't just go and say yes, send operatives. IPOB this, IPOB that. You can look at this now. It is evident. But come to think of it, rational human beings will understand that there must be infiltrators in this kind of situation. That's what people say, oh, IPOB is not fighting his men. They are kidnapping their people. Some people, some people who will be in a very typical bush where there will be no sun, where the moon will not shine there, and they will say, "Oh, there is moon." How can you be at a place where there is, shrubs, where there are grooves, and you know that the moon will not shine there? Too much trees are there. You under it, and you say, "Oh, I'm seeing moon. The moon is shining." Whereas it's a lie. In African, this thing will say, Onando Horonwa, particularly in the Awibo dialect. So, Onando Horonwa, so that's what the place is in Nigeria. So, they have to do the investigation thoroughly before they come out, public, and make statements, and be calling people names, So, these are the people doing it. It's not IPOB, it's not ESN. They want to demonize IPOB. Some people want to ride on that. Oh, because the ESN has sympathy of the Southeasterners. They have sympathy of the Biafrans. Of course, the Eastern Security Network has sympathy of the Biafrans, have sympathy of the Southeasterners because their mandate is to protect them against the marauding Fulani headers. You see, ESN is shade of circumstance. If things are moving the way it should, there wouldn't be IPOB. If Southeastern governors are doing what they're supposed to do, they didn't allow vacuum to be created. There won't be ESN. But ESN came into fruition because of these laxities we're talking about. Because there will, lacuna exists. So you see, and there are people who will ride on it, on the goodwill of ESN, and they'll be doing things, criminal elements, and they will say we're ESN, and the ESN will be having bad name. And so people who didn't understand well will say, IPOB, this is not what we asked you to do. Why are you killing our people? Say, look at them. Criminal elements. Since ESN was created, we have not had police said we arrested criminals somewhere in the southeast. We got ESN camp. We bond. What? Can you reason with your senses? Are you not rational? Can someone be rational for once? Since the establishment of ESN, 2 years ago, or thereabout, look, we have not had police say, oh, we busted camp of criminals somewhere. We rounded up criminals. We apprehended criminals and gangs. It's IPOB. We destroyed their camps in this, in that, also in Lilu and all that. What is nonsense? So this has been made abundantly clear